Happy last day of hurricane season. Good thing that it's over because it was so destructive. But uh, the hurricane season is over, but the rainfall is not. So let's see what will happen in parts of Central America during the next few days and the Caribbean, as we spoke about last week. So let's see, we have some showers and storms lingering parts of the Caribbean, but nothing crazy as of now. A storm or two in Jamaica shows and some showers in Cuba, but let's see what will happen because most models shows some heavy rain in parts of Central America like Honduras and Nicaragua already just in the next 2 days. So just in the next 1 day and 21 hours, the European model has more than 158 millimeters northern Honduras, like 195, 129. So this will be a problem there because of we had some flooding from tropical storm Sarah less than a month ago, and more heavy rains could cause some problems. And northern Nicaragua, not Nicaragua, Guatemala, right on the Caribbean, shows more than 100 millimeters as well, and some showers and storms in central Guatemala. And let's see, northern Costa Rica already shows like 124 millimeters, 92 millimeters, 32 millimeters, and some more showers in Panama and those areas. Some storms in San Andres and some more showers in other areas, especially Nicaragua. So be aware, but this is just in the next 2 days. In the next 5 days, array increases in most of Central America. The European model has like 166 millimeters, mainly in eastern Costa Rica, but other areas 232 shows like 213 more to northern Costa Rica, 170, 202 southern Nicaragua, and mostly eastern Nicaragua, more than 100 millimeters in the next 5 days. So be careful there during the next week or so. There'll be those rounds of heavier rainfall for like most of eastern Central America, and San Andres show like 115 millimeters, big Corn Island close to 150, so be careful. And the Europeans like northeastern Nicaragua close to 228 millimeters, northern Honduras like 175 to 214, 210, 229, and it has some areas like northwestern Honduras close to 266 millimeters. Some other areas close to Guatemala 203. So be careful in those areas with the heavy rain and potential flooding too, because just in the next 2 days there will be heavy rain in northern Honduras. So be careful. And Guatemala shows to central Guatemala and to Mexico a little bit heavier. Some showers in Belize, in many eastern Belize, might be a storm or two. And Jamaica, interestingly enough, the European model also shows like 153 millimeters, like northeastern Jamaica, but shows less, like 11 millimeters in Montego Bay and 18 millimeters in Kingston. But be aware, also showing some spots of heavy rain near northern Haiti, 133, 112, more showers and maybe some thunderstorms in the Dominican Republic. So be aware, in eastern Cuba shows some a little bit heavier. Northeastern Cuba, some showers in other areas. Shows some passing showers that Turks and Caicos, maybe a storm or two in the mix. And some lighter showers in the Bahamas, maybe a small storm or two. And does show the Eastern Caribbean some light showers, some 24 millimeters next 5 days, might be accompanied by a storm or two, especially in Trinidad and Tobago in South America, some 41 millimeters. Northern Venezuela, might be some thunderstorms, a shower or two in Barbados. So be aware, and it's already getting heavier near French Guiana there, Sesame Guyana, Suriname, especially northern Brazil. So yeah, And let's see here. There's this weird surge of moisture in the Gulf of Mexico that the European model shows like some 60 to 80 millimeters near the coast of Mexico, and into Texas as well. Shows more than like, I'll show you in inches in a second, but that shows some 74 millimeters, 52, some 58 in the next 5 days. So we watched that, but that shows some showers on eastern Mexico, maybe some thunderstorms. But yeah, be aware. And now the GFS, just in the next 22 hours, the GFS area has like 111 millimeters northern Honduras in less than a day, just in the next 22 hours. And shows northern Costa Rica some 71 millimeters next 22 hours. Now until Tuesday, the next 2 days and a half, does show like 225 millimeters northern Honduras and 250. So if I were you, I would really be aware there. This could cause some flooding. Most models are showing it, and there was flooding there less than a month ago. So be aware and be careful. Shows northern Guatemala some 204 millimeters just in the next 2 days and a half. 164 in the Bay Islands, so like 225, 177. So be careful. Same thing in northern Costa Rica, so like 143, a little bit less than Honduras, a lot less, but more than 200 near eastern Costa Rica too. So be careful. Shows more southernmost Nicaragua, Marcos eastern Nicaragua there. So be aware. And some showers in Panama and some thunderstorms. Now in the next 5 days until Thursday, the GFS does have like close to northeastern Panama, some 200 millimeters, 268, more there along the Caribbean coast of Panama, 200, some more there. It shows going to Costa Rica some 200, 202, has all the way to 308 millimeters Puerto Limon and not there. So be careful there. 276 in other parts of Costa Rica. So there could be some flooding dangers next week there. So be careful and warn others. Nicaragua, some like 162, more than 100 in all of eastern Nicaragua the next 5 days, including San Andres, that belongs to Colombia, and shows more there across Honduras, more than 100 millimeters, especially like 342 millimeters northernmost Honduras that the GFS shows. So really be careful, like 309 millimeters, the Bay Islands a lot too. Shows close to 300 millimeters in northeast Honduras and northeastern Guatemala. So be careful there, like 287. So be careful in those areas with the heavy rain. Now let's go back to just 20 hours and put the icon. So alright, like until Monday, the next 1 day and 20 hours, the icon shows close to 100 millimeters northernmost Honduras, right on the coast and the Bay Islands, but doesn't show as crazy as the other models, like 69 millimeters. More showers, maybe some thunderstorms already in Nicaragua and Costa Rica, but until Thursday shows the icon is like northern Honduras, 259, 291 into Guatemala, some 244 millimeters, especially like 292 in the in Pelican Ridge and Rotten Town, and some areas like 276. So be careful. There can be some flooding next week there. The eastern coast of Nicaragua too, 150 to like 242, and Costa Rica show like 202, 222, 137. So be careful. Even 103 in San Jose and other areas. So be careful on the Caribbean coast of Panama as well. It shows around 28 millimeters in Panama Sea. There could be some showers or some thunderstorms. And also shows northern Jamaica, some more thunderstorms there. Some showers. The icon has northeastern Cuba, a little bit heavier there near northern Haiti, the Dominican Republic, some 46 millimeters the Turks and Caicos. So be aware. The icon is this weird surge of moisture going from eastern Mexico all the way up into the Gulf. That's weird, but we'll take a look at that. There's the GFS, has this surge of moisture too, like some showers in Mexico and a little bit into Texas. So yeah, and the GFS is more in French Guiana, so like 109 millimeters, some in Guyana and Suriname as well. Trinidad and Tobago, some 30 millimeters. So be aware those areas. In terms of the models, it does show the surge of moisture there in Central America. This goes the heavy rains into Honduras and southern Belize, but doesn't really show anything tropical whatsoever. The European does show there like those showers and storms in Central America, the heavy rains, but doesn't form anything. And there's the weird surge of moisture in Texas and the Gulf, and shows more moisture there later, especially this is December 14th. And yeah, there's the Canadian model, shows the moisture there, Central America, but doesn't form anything. But here for the rainfall accumulation from the Canadian model, does show until Wednesday. It does have some spots in northern Honduras close to 200 millimeters. That yellow there is already close to 200 and 150. Shows more in Costa Rica, some spots are like 100, even close to 150 millimeters. Northern Nicaragua and eastern Nicaragua. So be careful in those areas. And later, until like next Friday, shows even more near Costa Rica, but be careful in those areas. Just for curiosity, let's see this, but that doesn't show anything. Shows a lost member or two near Panama or Costa Rica, but just those surges of moisture there doesn't show any development of anything. The GFS shows those crazy extratropical systems there, but in terms of tropical, doesn't really show anything. And yeah, stay safe in those areas. There's here a little bit closer look. The GFS shows those heavy rains there, Central America, and until next Friday still shows in Belize, in Guatemala, some more storms there. If I put the European model a little bit longer range, uh, until like December 10th, so it does show, doesn't change that much, but shows more in like northern Honduras and coastal Belize until December 10th, especially in Nicaragua, Costa Rica, shows more there. And the European until December 10th is also more like northern Jamaica and some areas, but nothing that crazy. So yeah, but it will be crazier in Central America, so stay safe there. And let's see, the winds, nothing that crazy, just some breezes, a little bit stronger in southern Mexico in those mountains, but does show a front there around Wednesday. The European does have some higher gusts near like the Cayman Islands and the Turks and Caicos and the Bahamas, and also some mountain ranges of Central America has some higher gusts, southern Honduras, Guatemala. This goes there, and yeah, maybe a little bit breezier later still, so be careful, but nothing that crazy. And still kind of warm or hot in some areas, but some mountains at night, especially Guatemala close to 9 degrees already, and Mexico in the mountains colder there too, but during the day warms up a little, especially like southern Mexico. But yeah, be aware in those areas. The Eastern Pacific's nothing else as well. And yeah, so let's see. There's something else, but this mainly it. Let's just see if the European model is showing anything, but not really. Here, so these are like Let's see, just for curiosity, tropical depression, probabilities. There's nothing on the board now. I'm just seeing this for complete curiosity. But let's see, does show those random spots in Central America, but that's mainly because of the moisture. Nothing will actually form there. As you can see, nothing else later. So yeah, be careful with those heavy rains there and stay safe.